Back at it again. And, in the past few weeks, I've made several videos where I've talked about how, in my humble opinion, these polls have been manipulated. And of course, I provided some evidence as to why I felt that way in those videos. And I talked about how, I believe Rasmussen poll for a number of reasons. And of course, I backed that up with some video clips as well, some evidence to back that up. But, one of the things that I said is that eventually the charades will fall apart. Their house of cards will fall down because they can only keep up the lie for so long before they have to actually tell the truth. Now, I also said, don't sit back on our hands because what they're trying to push could become reality. These fake polls that, in my humble opinion, that they're pushing out where Kamala's all of a sudden up 5 points, that could become reality if we sit on our hands. But if we keep doing the work that we should be doing, eventually it will all fall apart. And ladies and gentlemen, I think it's already begun. All right? I think it has already started and the DNC hasn't even begun yet. And I thought it was going to happen after the DNC. But it's starting now. Check out this clip from CNN. All right? Let's dive in.
Of course, whether the Harris hurricane lasts is another thing. Kamala Harris is not indestructible. She has served as an undistinguished, nearly invisible vice president. There appears no accomplishment she can point to for her most important responsibility addressing the origin of the border crisis. Second, she picked a nice guy from Minnesota in Tim Walz, but he might turn out to have as many warts as J.D. Vance. And I don't mean the allegation of stolen valor. He spoke sloppily in that instance, but I don't think there's much there. But the CNN K-File report of his congressional campaign deceit over his DWI is a real and embarrassing issue. As usual, the cover-up was worse than the crime. It's still too soon to know how much she might regret not picking Josh Shapiro. And third, thus far, Harris has had a free ride. She's not given any media interviews, hasn't faced voter questioning. When asked recently, she said that she would give an interview by the end of the month. She said that on August the 8th. No doubt she wants more time on the clock to prepare answers as to why she's flipped on health care, fracking, weed, and the death penalty, to name just a few. Sooner or later, she's going to be held accountable and face pressure that she has thus far largely avoided. Just yesterday, her first substantive economic policy proposal, it received mixed reviews. Bernie Sanders loved it. He called her idea a strong progressive agenda, but the Washington Post said that her proposals were gimmicks. CNN's analysis said that her plan could create more problems than it solves. You'd think that she'll enjoy another week of positive coverage amidst the DNC, which will feature 3 Democratic presidents, but with passions inflamed about Israel and Gaza, there is an air of unpredictability as to what will happen in Chicago. As I like to say, still to come, events we could never foresee and individuals whose names that today we don't even know.
So yeah, there you have it. Even CNN is beginning to criticize Kamala. Now, that wasn't the case just a week ago, right? We all remember watching the same things. It was like Kamala was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Even though on CNN, they also talked about how not long ago, she was the most unpopular vice president ever. As a matter of fact, they said that she was Biden's worst political decision. And if you don't believe me, check it out.
Vice President Harris is taking a bigger and more prominent role in the Biden re-election campaign. This week, she's kicking off an economic opportunity tour, starting with stops in Atlanta and Detroit, that focuses on communities of color. Harris has already visited more than a dozen voters against, and focus groups conducted by the Democratic National Committee also found Harris rubbed some people the wrong way. So, Jonah, how big a drag is Kamala Harris on the ticket?
I think she's a pretty big drag. I think she was arguably Biden's worst political decision of his presidency.
This wasn't long ago, right? This was April 27th. So not long ago, they were saying she was Biden's worst political decision ever. And, Listen, this is why CNN is beginning to come back around. It's because they have to. They don't have a choice. This whole charades that the media has tried to put up and make it seem and sound as if Kamala is this huge popular person, it's not working. Ben Carson recently said something, and I'll put this in a YouTube short as well so everybody can see it because I agree with it. But Ben Carson recently said that this election will be a test on mainstream media's ability to still bend and twist the truth at will. This will be a test on mainstream media to see if they still have the power that they used to. I don't believe that they do. Because you see the narrative being flipped already. Just not long ago, right? Before she was running, they were telling the truth. She's the most unpopular. She's Biden's worst decision. As soon as she hopped in a race, oh my goodness, she's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Joyless Reed, is telling black people if we don't vote for Kamala, we're going to be seen as weird. Outcast. Like, this is on mainstream media, guys. She's the greatest thing in the world. But now you're seeing all of this stuff coming out. It's not massive yet. I don't expect it to all come at once. I'm surprised it's already happening, to be quite honest. I thought it wouldn't happen until well after the DNC. But it's already happening. But not only that, this is part of the reason why that they have to tell the truth now. Check out this video from Don Lemon.
We're here in Jersey, Atlantic City. Who do you support?
Trump. I plead the fifth.
Trump for the win.
Tell me why.
I can't really call that right now, but I just feel like she's not good for president. She's good vice, but not for the actual lead role for the country.
Does it have anything to do with being a woman?
No. No, because I feel like women, nah, you're not going to give me that.
Your money's on Harris.
Yeah.
Who do you want?
Trump.
Why don't you like Harris?
She doesn't have any experience.
She's the vice president. She's a senator.
Yeah, no experience. No. She had no experience.
Well, I want Donald Trump. I just feel we need somebody that has a stronger background with the military and the world in general.
She was a prosecutor and an attorney general and a senator and a vice president. You're in a gambling town. Who's your money on?
I'm going to support the Democratic Party, but, I mean, Trump looked like he got it in the bag right now.
4 years ago, it was a lot better. I made a lot more money than I do now.
I know you feel that way, but that's not actually what the record shows. The economy is actually better under Biden. No, I'm serious. That's what the facts show.
Okay, you know what?
No, that's not because I watch CNN. Trump or Harris?
Trump.
That's who's going to win.
That's who's going to win.
Who you support?
I support Trump. All the people that came to this country legally, it's not fair that they're letting all 10,000 to 15,000 people or 20,000 people here illegally. Have you seen San Diego? Yeah. They're coming off the boats, off the water right here, off the ocean. Did you know Biden was flying them in? Did you know Biden was flying them in? You didn't know that?
What do you Canadians think about what's going on here?
We think you're all nuts. We're just watching from afar and just enjoying the show.
I got to get out of Atlantic City. Where are we going to next?
Don Lemon took a trip, and quite a surprising result to him, I'm sure. Not to me, because I've been seeing this stuff all over the place, right? And that's why, or one of the reasons why I presented in a couple of those past videos, why I didn't believe the polls. Because I don't just simply believe polls. I look at the polls, I look at street interviews, I look at the videos that are coming across my feed on social media, right? In terms of the folks that are like, yeah, I used to be a Democrat, but I'm voting for Trump now. Like those types of videos. If those like started to like slow down, because I see those all the time. If those types of videos like started to slow down coming across my feed, all right, obviously not the end all be all, but for me, it's one hint like, okay, maybe these Kamala polls might have a little truth to them, but that's not the case. Those videos haven't slowed down. These street interviews where people are saying Trump over Kamala have not slowed down. As a matter of fact, here's another one. Check it out.
Excuse me, sir, Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Excuse me, sir, Trump or Kamala?
Oh, Trump. All the way.
Excuse me, Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Excuse me, sir, Trump or Kamala? Trump. Excuse me, sir? Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Excuse me, sir? Trump or Kamala?
Kamala.
Excuse me, sir? Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump. Damn Kamala.
Hey, and listen, it doesn't end there. That was in what store was that? It was a hardware store. Lowe's. Here's one from in Walmart. Check it out.
Trump or Kamala?
Kamala all the way.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump or Kamala? Trump.
Trump or Kamala?
Oh, obviously Kamala. Trump's a crazy person.
What would you say to Trump if he was here right now?
Leave the country.
Excuse me, sir? Trump or Kamala?
Trump, without a doubt.
Yeah. Trump or Kamala for president?
Trump?
Excuse me, sir? Trump or Kamala for president?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala for president?
Only a fool would be for Kamala.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Excuse me, sir? Trump or Kamala?
Trump, baby.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala?
Donald Trump, man.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Excuse me? Trump or Kamala?
Kamala.
And Trump or Kamala?
I give up.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump all day, bro.
Shall I continue? Do you want me to keep going? I got another one. You know what? Here, just for your viewing pleasure, here's another.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala for president?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala?
Who?
Trump or Kamala?
Oh, not Kamala.
Excuse me, sir? Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala?
Huh?
Trump or Kamala?
Oh, Trump for sure.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala?
How about if you stop doing that, please?
Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala for president?
Trump.
Not a single person said Kamala yet. Trump or Kamala?
What are you talking about?
For president, Trump or Kamala?
Kamala.
You were the first person to say Kamala.
Right.
I don't really like her.
Well, I don't care.
Trump or Kamala, guys?
Trump.
Trump or Kamala for president?
Trump.
I'm just the messenger, okay? I'm just here to show y'all the evidence, the same things that I'm seeing, right? That's all I'm here to do, baby. That's all I'm here to do, and to squander your fears a little bit, all right? To tamp down the fears. Now, does that mean we need to take our foot off the pedal? Absolutely not, because once again, those polls that are showing Kamala are up, they can become reality. Make no mistake about it. They will become reality if we sit back on our hands, okay? And that's why I'm always encouraging you guys, get involved. If you can't get involved with Scott Press, work at a polling location. Work in a spot where they're counting the stuff. Work there. Try to work there. Be involved in some way, shape, or fashion. It's going to take every single last one of us, because let me tell y'all something. And no, I don't have any inside track on anything, but for me, this is 2 + 2, and it's always adding up to 4, so it's common sense to me. Common sense is telling me that they aren't going to go down easy. And that's why you're seeing what you're seeing. I've personally never seen anything like it. Now, granted, I'm still new to politics, so I haven't been paying attention for very long, but still, I think a lot of you would agree, we've never seen anything like this. Where just every poll is like, almost every poll, is like bending the truth to try to make it seem and sound as if one political candidate is a lot more popular than what they actually are. And mainstream media is doing the same thing. The same mainstream media that just said that she was the most unpopular vice president ever, and she was dragging down the Biden-Harris ticket. As a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, I think on one of those shows, somebody suggested that Biden should drop her from the ticket. But now all of a sudden she's the greatest thing since sliced bread? I've never seen anything like it. Have you? Let me know. Let me know. But I've never seen or heard of anything like it. And once again, this is one of their tactics to try to get a win. And trust me, it ain't over yet. It's not over. Make no mistake about it. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Something else is coming. Trust and believe me. When I tell you something else is coming, I think I might have an idea of what it is. We shall see. But, and I'll save that for another video. I think I have a strong idea of what it might be. But I'm going to put that in a separate video. But it's going to take every single last one of us. Mark my words. It's going to take every single last one of us. Knocking on doors, right? Having tough conversations. Working in polling locations. Taking friends and family that, for whatever reason can't get to, the place to do their part, right? If their car breaks down or they don't have a vehicle, hey, we got to help out in any way, shape, or form that we can, where we can. Getting involved with Scott Pressler's organization, right? Or TPUSA, anything. It's going to take everything. It really is. It really is. But I just wanted to show y'all that because, it's just interesting to see everything playing out because obviously I pay attention to this stuff on a daily basis now. So it's just interesting to watch it all maneuver out and I'm trying to predict where it's going, where it's heading, and to watch that actually play out. It's like, oh, okay. So I'm on the right track with this thing, huh? Now it happened a little bit earlier. I did say the whole house of cards was gonna fall eventually. It's happened a little bit earlier than what I would have expected. I expect them to try to bounce back into the whole super pro Kamala mood because the DNC is going to be here, right? And then maybe a week or two after, we'll get back to, clips like the one I just showed you earlier where, he was like, yo, this honeymoon is basically over. She's going to have to face the music here soon. That's my prediction. A couple of weeks after the DNC, maybe a few weeks, it's all going to start falling apart, in my humble opinion. But as always, y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.